And no, dogs aren't searching for lost bones. They're actually groundbreaking on the newest facility for humane Fort Wayne. Members of the community are voicing their concerns over this new proposed Allen County jail. I'll step out of the way so you can see kind of the scope of what is going on. For years, Fort Wayne beekeepers' high-flying aspirations have been boxed in by a city ordinance. But today, bee enthusiasts got news sweeter than honey. As you can see, everyone's clearly here for the Oppenheimer movie. Actually, no, it's the Barbie movie. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a hobby and collectibles show. I made my way out to a local convention to learn more about how an atom-sized passion can turn into something more hulkish.
He was in the Barbie box.
I was in the Ken box.
Yes, he was in the Ken box.
All right, good for you, Andy. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Those rides are just wrapping up here at the Three Rivers Festival. Right behind me, everything just kind of shut down here at 11 o'clock. I'll step out of the way so you can kind of see all the lights are kind of coming off right now. A phone call can change everything. And for Lisa Shelby, it did. The person on the other end of the call did something she never expected. After she got the news she never wanted. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son just gave a dedication to the monument you can see right behind me that is commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech here 60 years ago today. Yeah, Brian, while you, I, or practically anybody else would steer clear of a storm, Caleb Ivins drives straight into it. And all of those bags will eventually be packed away themselves and brought right here to Bloomingdale Elementary School. ABC's hit show The Rookie shares the story of a man who makes the choice to join the police force late in life.
Okay, we got some new blood this morning.
That series stars Nathan Fillion as the rookie.
Yes, sir.
But here in Fort Wayne, another Nathan, Nate Hitzman, has answered that call for real.
I had always wanted to be a police officer.
But he didn't answer the call right away.
I was actually enlisted into a school to go, and at the last minute I just changed my mind.
The choice led Hitzman down a different road, a road he stayed on for 25 years.
Started working in the manufacturing environment. Stayed in that for quite a while, but I kept feeling like something was missing.
That missing piece was found after a friend encouraged the engineer to attend a job fair where a light was switched on, and Hitzman found the strength to answer that call out of the blue and go into the blue.
Yeah, I was 50 years old when I decided, you know, probably a midlife crisis, but hey, I'm gonna go for it. I had to go down to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy and went through that whole process to get sworn in as an officer in the state of Indiana.
The rookie's life as an engineer was in the rearview mirror as he booked a job as a police officer for Parkview Health.
I couldn't be happier. Now I can enjoy myself. I can enjoy the family.
The officer has been on the Parkview beat for almost 2 years now, but that doesn't stop him from getting comparisons to ABC's Rookie.
Just in passing, you know, just throw it out, and I'm too old to get that crazy.
Now fully settled into his new career, Fort Wayne's Rookie has a message for those in pursuit of a new dream.
You know, I was always one of those that was kind of skeptical about, okay, I've been an engineer for long enough that I'm not going to do anything different. But if something's tugging at you, you know, just listen to it. It's never too late to do what you really want to do.
Andy Newman, 21 Alive News.
As time goes on, staples of what once was tend to fade away into history. Our Andy Newman visits a community in 21 country that did not allow that to happen. Andy.
I visited the town of Kendallville to see how this small fixture is making a big impact. Childhood memories hold a warm place in all of our hearts. 10 years ago, the city of Kendallville brought one of theirs back.
This was one of the things that the committee decided we need to bring back the popcorn stand. How do we do this?
The popcorn stand was a staple of downtown in the 1950s until the mid-70s and was brought back for the city's 150th anniversary. So when it made its return to the streets, business was popping.
The first year, all of the people wanted to get involved on the weekends, and we have strictly made it for nonprofit organizations because you're making a little bit of profit off of it for these groups that struggle for everyone's dollar.
And this weekend, those dollars are helping Common Grace Ministries.
We love it. We have a great time working it. We get to see people come out, and you know, it's not just about the money that comes in, but when you're a nonprofit, it's about being in front of people and building relationships with your community.
The stand wasn't always run by charities. Deb Bruce helped out at the old stand back in the day, and with one look, memories pop back in.
You know, you have all those memories growing up of all those things. And every time you go down Main Street or you turn down the street and you see it, it's like, oh yeah.
But running the stand is no easy task. Thankfully, the city has someone.
A wonderful person from the Lions Club, Rich Anderson, decided that he would take it over and manage all of it. That is a tall task by itself.
With the stand now back for almost a decade, it doesn't look to be going anywhere.
I plan on it being here, and if not, when I'm not the mayor, I will go to that council meeting and ask why we're not having it still. So,
if you felt the urge to pick up a bag yourself, the stand will be open until Labor Day weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Andy Newman, 21 Alive News.
A sea of support.
Please keep Kyle Whelan as our superintendent.
You owe that to him, and you owe it to this community.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm here in support of Kyle.
From parents and teachers, they don't want to see their superintendent, Kyle Whelan, go after scammers took over $1 million from the district and left Whelan adrift.
This fraud and the events that followed have hurt me to my core, and the decisions that I've had to make have been devastating. It was overwhelming and humbling to see the level of support I've received, and regardless of the outcome, I will never forget it.
The tidal wave of support started on social media once the news of the incident and Whelan's resignation was released. The community wouldn't accept it.
He really cared, and you felt that, and you knew that. The students knew that, the parents knew that, the staff knew that. That's why we were here.
Been in education for 42 years. I've never seen a community come out for anybody like they did for Mr. Whelan. It just doesn't happen.
But that ship has sailed, and Whelan's resignation was ultimately accepted by the board, placing Jeffrey Stevens at the helm as interim superintendent and beginning the search for another leader, their 10th in 10 years. But Whelan's time at Manchester Community isn't over, as the board offered him safe harbor of sorts as the communications director.
I am so excited for the opportunity to continue to serve this district and our students in a new capacity. But I also want to make it clear that if given the opportunity in the future, I would absolutely return as the superintendent if I was given that option.
And the community would love the option.
We can move forward and see Kyle Whelan back in a position where we knew he was successful, with those parameters given to support him in some of those business financial decisions.
Andy Newman, 21 Alive News.